Mayor Eric Adams. Big Apple migrant buses that limit the order of administrator who wants add train and plane. The town hall now tried to provide floods of those looking for asylum seekers flock New Jersey. Transit trains. Call. Adams' New Jersey government with Phil Murphy. He came recover on new wrinkle in crisis, which he saw that busloads of immigrants would go to Garden State where asylum seekers would jump Manhattan and prevented pressure. We're just dealing with a person who wants to disrupt, Adams said on Tuesday. Texas government Greg referred to Abbott. We want to send the right message to bus operators. You should not participate in the actions of Governor Abbott. We will use everything in our forces to make sure that we can do to stop the planes. Adams added. Mayor Eric Adams wants to expand the executive order on migratory buses to include aircraft and trains. Paul Martinka Mayor Adams published an order that limits immigrant bus transportation to the Great Apple and wants to add a train and plane. Last week, the mayor announced 32-hour notification of charter bus companies before leaving immigrants in the city and an executive order that requires place on West 41 Street and limiting only between 8:30 in the morning. The measure was last strategy to have control over crisis that has fallen in New York since spring 2022 from U.S. border of Adams City shelter system brought to point breaking. However, statutes ended with the main source of asylum seekers who came to northern cities. The Colombian immigrant Lisbeth Julian said on Tuesday that he came to Secaucus after a challenging march on the U.S. border. He said the bus driver had led him to a train connected to Manhattan. We're immigrants. Julian said. You're used to confusion. Other immigrants said that some of them flew JFK, LaGuardia or Newark airports and took their trips to Uber Manhattan. And Adam jumped the order of immigrant buses. Maureen Villegas, a 32-year-old mother of Venezuela, said that he had a bus from Texas to Boston but then he fled to the Big Apple by railing in hope. They don't really help in Boston, he said to the Task outside of Roosevelt Hotel. 4 immigrants said in a statement on Tuesday. Some of them came to Queens airports by plane and Uber rides into the city. James Cavum on Tuesday. Governor Abbott said that Lone Star State carried more than 95,000 immigrants to shelter cities. They saw only a part of the overwhelmed Texas border towns, such as NYC, Chicago. However, Abbott's ploy also reacted on the other side of the Hudson River, where silent suburban towns were reluctant to live immigrant transit centers. I won't be very open if any bus, train or illegal migratory plane arrives. I instructed our law enforcement rent an illegal immigrants the southern Texas Mexican border. Edison mayor of Edison said on Facebook. In order to prevent illegal immigrants from entering our country, our border policies need to be strengthened.